Welcome to the ProBrick exclusive YouTube channel with Reverend Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist. I don't officially practice in the ministry anymore, but I'm going to share my years and years of knowledge to try and help someone. We're going to talk about on relationship collapse. Relationship collapse. I can only speak from my experiences. They're pretty extensive, but I will share. I've never broken up with a person to have an affair or because there's been a third party there. I've always driven the relationship as far as I could in a healthy and positive way, and the marriage. But I do think in some cases, particularly my second marriage, I was involved with a covert narcissist, an expert. Now, am I saying that to justify the breakdown of the marriage? No. Am I saying that to try and undermine the gentleness and caring of that person? This is what a lot of people don't realise about narcissists, and I'm going to say it. They're too rigid in the carelessness aspect of a narc. Narcs, right, when they're focused on caring, could possibly be some of the most, well, if not up there with the most caring people you've ever met, the most intimate people you've ever met. But that's not the problem, is it? The problem lies in the negative side of it. Equally, once something happens that needs to be fixed, they're up there with the worst. And that's the variation with a narc. One minute they can be up there as the most caring and intimate. And this is the sad part about it. It's usually the end part of the first part's the good part, the last part's the bad part. That's how it seems to work. And some of the bad part in the last part of the relationship could be to cause a reverse discard, to encourage you to let them go by bad behaviour. They've possibly had enough of the relationship and they don't want to look like too much of a bastard or too much of a bitch. And they've baited you to the point where you've gone, oh, I'm not doing this anymore. You've warned them about whatever the problem is, and they've persisted. Don't underestimate that could be on purpose, and it could be to cause you to discard them. And they can use that as a way of continuing their covert behaviour. Because if they were discarded, it can also add to their victimization, how the world's victiming, making how they're such a victim because of what the world's done to them. They're very clever. Don't underestimate how intelligent these people are in fulfilling what they set their mind to. They're not aware of, in consciously speaking, in terms of conscience, at the time one of their plans are coming together, they're not aware or just straight out aren't interested in worrying about the damage that they're doing, the collateral damage that they're doing to fulfill their goal. There's no care about that whatsoever, none. And this is definitely a sign of some kind of disorder, some kind of dark triad behaviour. When you're in an exclusive relationship with somebody and you've asked them if that's what they really want, and you're committed to that, and you've made sure that everything is in order relative to the relationship growing and flourishing, and you get a certain way into it, and then all of a sudden that's not happening, you need to take stock really quick of the kind of personality that you're dealing with, really quick. Don't let your faithfulness and loyalty blind you from the reality of what's happening within that relationship. That's what people do. They try and measure the other person by their own faithfulness and loyalty and own performance. You can't do that. You've got to look at not the words, but at the actions of the other person that you're dealing with. Now, words like I love you, I'm glad I've got you, these kind of things, they're believable, but they're not necessarily from the core of that person. You'll find that if somebody's getting a rich supply, a rich psychological supply from you, they're going to tell you they love you, because they're not used to it. They're getting the bonus. They want you to hang around. But watch their behavior. Watch the big picture. What I've noticed is a lot of these people are emotionally connected at the level they need to be with you in terms of their intimate partner with other people. And that can be likened to an affair. The problem with it is, a lot of the time, and this is what I'm noticing on a lot of the channels, they're not picking this up. A narcissist will be, if that's how you want to call it or describe it, whatever the dis-fucking order is, they can be connected to the maternal members of their family in a way in which they're supposed to be emotionally connected with their partner, because they self-prophesy out of their inner fears that their relationship is not going to last. Now, if you're not got your game about you, if you're not aware of the signs of this kind of self-destructive, self-prophesying way in which these people think and perform, then you are going to be severely, horribly damaged. I'll tell you why. Because they cannot completely, or in any dangerous way at all, connect with you. Because they're connected, emotionally connected, with family members in a way in which they should be connected with their partner. And if you can comprehend what I'm talking about, you are a mile in front with these narcs. Because narcs will definitely be safe from any hurt, because they haven't believed in the relationship in the first place. They're only coming to you for a supply, for an emotional supply that they can't get from the family members, and a physical supply. See, some of these people, right, and I hate to say it, I've mentioned this before, will go one step further, and they'll have physical incest with inside their family, with family members and whatever, right? And this is more common than you think. Don't want to go there. Really don't want to go there. It's the emotional level that's destroying relationships. These people, in their fear, they know they can fall back on the family members that they've weaved these ancestral relationships with. And I'm sorry, it's got to come out in the open. This is a subject that's being missed right across the narcissistic field. Covert emotional incest, there's a little handful of people that have realised what this is. And kudos to you. for having the courage to stand up and go, there's definitely something wrong here with these people in this family. And the brutality, right? The lack of resolve when it comes to the relationship. You'll be standing there going, how can this person not want to resolve this problem? Because the problem will come from an outside triangulated person outside the relationship, but inside their family. And you've got to be really, really smart to work out where the loyalties of your partner emotionally are. Listen to what I'm telling you. Please listen. If you're with the son of a mother who has taught their children to be dependent on her as a safety net for herself in case her own silly relationship fails, you will never get the connection you need from that man or young man. Now, these people can go right up to 60-year-old because the mother's stolen that part of that person and invested into it in such a way that they can't invest into you, because they'll feel like they're betraying the relationship that they have with the family member. You have to listen to what I'm telling you. A lot of these people are being described as narcs and this, that. As I said at the start of the video, some of the most loving, intimate, gentle people I've ever encountered have been, by all description, according to what I'm listening and learning to, narcs. Full-fledged narcs. They do have feelings. They do care. They do want to work shit out. But there's just some barriers that they cannot cross which fails them within their relationship. Now, with a lot of these narcs, right, or how I don't, I want to be very careful how I describe and use the word narc, because a lot of people are using it as a cop-out to justify their own errors within their relationship, to get off the hook, right? And that's not fair. That's absolutely not fair, and you need to be found out as well. To me, if you're going to look at it on that spectrum, anybody that doesn't take accountability for something that they've done to sabotage the relationship falls into the category of a narc. Because narc has everything to do with denial. Denial of self, relative to the ability to resolve. The problem's out in the open and it can be resolved, but denial's not allowing that to happen. Now, these people are being described, in most cases, as narcs. Are they? Or is just a part of fallen human nature's way of dealing with things that make us feel uncomfortable? There's an element in our instinctive nature that doesn't want to admit shit that makes us look bad, and we'll keep causing it regardless. Comes back to, again, a lack of personal responsibility and personal accountability. But just labeling everyone as a fucking narc, that's not fair. Because sometimes we can psychologically contribute, indirectly even, to a person going into a narcissistic form of behavior, right, and not even know it. You can come into one of these families, and because you're, straight to the point and transparent, you can trigger in that person a repulsion, an infantile repulsion. And that can be manifested in, we don't like you. And you've done nothing wrong. It's just an infantile repulsion in their domestic formation that you weren't aware of, because you've come from a different tribe where all this shit was sorted out in your formation. So the next thing, you've got chaos on your hands. Now, I've seen this, and I've seen the mothers try and sort it out, but they're incapable of sorting it out because they contributed to the formation of the problem that's manifesting in the person. So the parent, say for instance, 50-year-old, 40, 50, possibly 60-year-old parent who's still close to their children, finds a partner that has, okay, let's just say, take this element for instance, that has done the work in their life, has stayed fit and healthy, has tried to understand all the complications of people and life and how all that works, and is sharp, and their presence brings an aura with it. If you come into a family of people that think they know everything and are just running on ego and aren't looking after themselves mentally or anything, how do you think your presence is going to cause those people to react? At first, they're going to go, oh, this is wonderful. But when it all comes down to it and things start to manifest that aren't aligning with a normal, healthy, mature life, these people are going to start to freak out. They're not going to want you around. Because the narcissistic, infantile, possible covert, emotional, incestual part of their life can't accept it. They don't know how to. Because they've been domestically formed to be that way, and you're from a totally different world. So how do you deal with this when it all starts to manifest and people are freaking out and you're getting villainized? And oh yeah, it can get really, really ugly really, really fast. 1 minute everybody's friends, the next minute the arse is falling out of everything, because underneath you've been aggravating these people through your quality of life, not through anything you've done wrong. They can't understand your quality of life. It's alien to them, right? It's not their fault. All they've seen is fucking alcoholics and drugs and shit and rubbish and perpetual victims, and that's how they've become themselves. You come along, of course a woman's going to want to lap that energy and light up. They always will. But for how long for? I've seen these women, I've had them say to me, I just don't understand why so-and-so, and this has happened in several instances, 21 to 30-year-olds are behaving the way they... I'll tell you why they're behaving the way they fucking are. Because they're psychologically attached to you in a way that they shouldn't be. The parent-to-child development has gone askew. It's become emotionally incestuous. And now the supply that the mother was sharing with that child, or the son was sharing with the mother, is being exchanged with an outsider. Oh, geez, how does all that work? Well, it doesn't work. And all this psychological dark triad manifestation starts to take place. And it's just the way human nature works. I've seen these mothers try so hard to find a way to stop the manifestation because they love you and they care about you, but they can't, because it's decades of deep inner emotional supply. Okay, so we go back to the infant child and all this shit. No, I don't think that's necessarily so. I think a lot of this is just a domesticated fucking crossover of emotions and surrogatedness that should never have taken place. I think the problem lies with inside the families most of the time, rather than inside the individual. I've seen these mothers scurrying to try and shut these problems down, but they can't, because they've contributed to the development of it. I've seen these young blokes with their new girlfriends saying, oh, you're a little bit close to your mum. They're trying to work out a way to stop, but they can't, because the mother and the child has become surrogate partners. And they don't even know it. It's become a part of their way of life. You'll see, if you please punch in covert emotional incest on YouTube and listen to the people that have experienced this shit. I've had some wonderful, beautiful women, right? Beautiful, loving women that had ruined their lives and their families long before I come along. And the men in those families had no clue of how all this formation was taking place, because they were negligent to the woman, and the woman found a way of getting supply, and she planted her seeds in this child and began to emotionally supply herself with masculinity or femininity from the children, and exchanged hers to them as well. And you can't undo that shit. You just can't. I've seen these ladies that I've had that really love me, and the way in which they can get stability, but they just can't, and they give in. They have to give in. They don't know how to set up boundaries. How can you set up boundaries that were never there? Never gonna be there. They got to sneak around and see men because their children just can't accept. Doesn't matter how good you are. It's not your problem. It was never your problem. You never caused it. They'll imagine things. They'll make up delusions. They'll villainize. They'll demonize you. They'll defame you. They'll go to all lengths to stop you from getting the supply from the child or the parent. If you're the child's partner, you're the third fucking wheel. If you're the parent's partner, you're the third wheel. And you will pay. One way or another, they're going to return back to their core domestic place of safety with the parent or with the child, and it's absolute fucking demonized, and people are getting psychologically damaged by this day in, day out. But I have to say, I've seen these mothers scramble to try and sort this shit out, and they just can't because it's too ingrained. Please listen to what I'm saying. How do you find a solution? You can't. I tried a relationship, God love her, where she just come to me, but it left the whole other side of the relationship blindsided. It was just whole half of the fucking relationship didn't exist, because she'd go back to her home and still breed the covert emotional incest. Another one, the one second marriage, I saw her the other day, and she'd had a couple of operations since the marriage, and I spoke to her for a minute, and her son was in the fucking psychologist. Well, I wasn't surprised that the son was in the fucking psychologist, but when are we going to get better? Well, you can't. Covert emotional incest will not allow you to get better. It will not allow healing. You have to be a perpetual victim. That's what justifies it. That's where the justification for all this comes from, because they can disguise it under victim, being a perpetual fucking victim. That's how they disguise it. Because I need to be close to my mum, and she needs to be close to me, because we apparently have the fucking answer to everything. No. It's not about being a place of solution. It's an addiction, an emotional addiction to the security that they find through the corrupted maternal bond. Are you listening to me? And a lot of these people are being described as fucking narcissists and all this other, this and that. And it's a domesticated form of attention built out of a broken home, a broken relationship between the parents, for whatever reason. I know this has helped bringing some answers to people. You have to look up covert emotional incest with desperation, but don't judge these people. They'll judge you and villainize you and criminalize you, and they got to get you out of there because you're taking away their supply. Please comment in the comment section. I've got several videos on this subject. I've helped people right across Australia, some from overseas, that have emailed me. And they're going, how did we not know? How did we not realise? Because it's covert. It's so fucking covert. The brilliance of it and the way in which it works and the destruction that it can cause without you even knowing until it's too late has ruined people's lives. I'm a bit of a rough dog. I mean, woman can throw anything at me and I'll just see straight through it. I saw through this problem in my last 2 relationships in minutes. I knew what was coming. I educated the women as to what was coming. And when it came, they were damn well astounded at how accurate it was. And they loved me. I know they loved me. They'll probably love me for the rest of their life, and me them. But I can't solve internal domestic dysfunctions that are so ingrained, it's a part of their lives. And you just have to walk away. You cannot stand up to that kind of covert abuse because they're emotionally attached to family members and they'll never be attached to you. Physically, yeah, you'll see signs of it, yeah, they'll go through all the, intimate and all the rest of it, motions and words, but their actual intimate emotional connection is with the parents and the children. This has to be one of the most relevant messages in relationship fucking circles at the moment, and it's not getting put out there. This is Reverend Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist, New South Wales, Australia. Please take a moment to think about this. It's not judgmental. It's not these people are, bad people. They're good, kind, loving people. But you can't have relationships with them because you'll be emotionally fucking starved, physically bloody depleted, and you'll be left on the sideline where you started because that's how all this works. They're too attached to their family members and you will not be welcome there. They'll come out to see you and retreat back to their place of default. And that's just how it is. You have to leave, you have to walk away, you have to do it graciously before you crack, because you'll crack. You will break because you'll be emotionally starved, physically used and abused, and that's all there is to it. This is Reverend Dr. Jason W. Morrison, theologist. Bye for now.